Let's get this guy in his great coat. Do you want to turn back round to me? Yeah, no, I want to see the face of that coat. Amazing.
Thank you.
Smoke coming out from behind her. Being thankful for what we do have.
You know what? I ain't got the answers.
Yep. I don't think we all do. I think it needs to be a conversation.
It's a conversation, debatable conversation.
Exactly. And that way you gain a different perspective and you gain a more of an understanding, really.
Yeah.
It is.
I found...
Hi guys, welcome back to another POV. We are here in London, around Liverpool Street area. So kind of just on a back street. I just seen how cool this wee alleyway is, and yes, it's desolate and quiet, and because of lockdown there is seemingly no one about, but I know around Liverpool Street there is. So we will get some street photography bangers as such whilst we are out and about. But just cruising into the POV today, and thanking you all for being here, and also for your feedback. Like, I had some really cool feedback last week in regards to how long POV should be, well, what preference there is, and along the lines of, wow, this area is just so cool. Give you a good 360 view of what I'm currently surrounded around. Like, these cobblestone like areas are just so different and unique to me, and just something that you sort of don't really get on my part of the world. So I might head down this one. But yeah, I appreciate you guys and all the feedback that you gave me, and preference of a sort of desirables in regards to lengths and sort of what you guys like. So cool, like these quiet areas at the moment. It's neat that there's quite a few people out and about, just sort of embracing the calm energy that's around, and sort of just walking around and having a tour for themselves, because it's not something that you sort of get to see London so empty like this. So we shall cruise around and have a gaze and just make the most of it. So today I've got the Canon 5D Mark IV with my trusty old 50mm on, Sigma 1.4 Art Series, which is my favourite lens and just something that I enjoy using a lot. And it's kind of, I do like taking portraits with it, like that, and the 35mm tend to be my favourite lenses. So for those of you who are into street photography, there's so many different lenses that you can use, and depends on the aspect that you want to capture within people and approaches. Like, if you aren't willing to sort of throw yourself into people and get that reaction, then a long lens is something that I would suggest for yourself. And like today my energy is pretty low. I don't know if you can tell, but just been a busy week as such, couple weeks at that, so my apologies on, sorry man, my apologies on not having any videos out to you guys any sooner. I've actually been at the airport, Heathrow, twice this week in order to get back to New York, and I've still got storage there at the moment from my apartment, which I need to sort out, just because it's, you know, a waste of $300 a month. So booked a flight to head back, and was kind of just testing the grounds really, because if you know me, I don't really preach about my views on COVID, but I'm someone that sort of believes it's more of a conspiracy. Yes, there is a virus around, don't confuse that at all. I do believe there's a virus, but I don't think it's, I do believe they're taking, the government as such and corporations are taking advantage of it in a sense to gain more wealth and create a bigger divide, so, which I obviously don't approve of. And I arrived here in London during the pandemic from New York, and yes, you weren't meant to travel and things like that, but I was able to get in, and same as Barcelona, we went in October. So the fact that there's restrictions on at the moment, I kind of want to test the grounds. So day one of heading back to New York, I was actually snowed out. There was a big snowstorm, which I missed, which would have been so cool to see. Imagine the street POVs of that. But that's, I mean, fine, it happens. And then the following day, when you get to the airport, Homeland Security pulls you to the side and checks if you've got waivers and things like that, and of which I don't have. So for me to get back at the moment, I've got a detour to a different country. And look at this building, so cool. And yeah, so just going through the process of all that, and it's been somewhat draining, but it's also just been a busy week of doing a lot of internal work. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram. If you do, jump on board, you'll sort of see the internal workings that are sort of mentioning via stories and such. But been sort of looking inwards a lot and sort of down the ancestral lines and sort of peeling back those onion layers and traumas as such. So been taking a lot of energy in that regard. How cool is all this? And just making the most of the quiet times and making time for myself. You know, it has been quite busy lately, but enough of me rambling on. Sorry guys, I hope you enjoy these rambles and these talks. And also, before I forget, Bannerworks, what would you say, a follower of YouTube and Instagram, came up to me yesterday when I was at St. Paul's having a skate, and thank you for coming up and just having a chat. Like, it was really cool just to have a conversation and a point of view and just hear how you know, these pods are inspiring you to get out there. And I hope you got some great shots, and yeah, I look forward to possibly meeting up in the future. So big shout out to you, and to the rest of you. Keep messaging and engaging in the conversation. But as I said, let me rig up, and we will actually take some photographs and head to Liverpool Street way. So let's see what we've got around. So really overcast today, which is, to me, it's not the flattering light that I like. I like harsh shadows and the warmness and the light. And cheers guys. Otherwise it's just quite flat, and I mean, it makes it super easy to shoot in. And where am I? I'm just going to, I guess, the exposure there, so I'll just bump that up a bit more open and just bring the focus point back to dead center. So yeah, it's more flatter light, and to me it's not as appealing, but you know, it depends on the mood of the images that you're trying to capture and sort of what imagery you're after, really. You know, some days it's cool to have that sort of gloomy effect as such, and other days it's cool to have you know, snow, and other days it's cool to have sunshine. So let's get this guy in his great coat. Do you want to turn back round to me? Yeah, no, I want to see the face of that coat. Amazing.
Thank you.
Looks good.
Great.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And yeah, so it really depends on what you're sort of trying to engage and get out from people on the streets and make the most. So come along for the journey. So as you can see, we're now coming up to Liverpool Street, and there's a lot more people about, so which is what we want for a street photography pod. What direction do we want to go in? Might go this way. So I'm going to do my best to not try and overshoot it, which is something I can do quite a bit. And I'll get these people as I cross, so trying to really minimize who I shoot. And I really should have put the 35 on. I'm feeling like I'm a bit too close today in frame. Like, I just need more space around the people, so pull back a bit, I guess. Horrible sound. It's good. So I tried to shoot it with a bit more space around. This guy's got an interesting look about him as well. Thank you. So not really any framing around him. And she's got a really beautiful face, but that's right. A bit too slow on it though. A lot of foot traffic. Got a nice scarf coming up in the distance, so see if we can get there. Thank you. Cheers. and the red of her and the red of the dag is quite cool, so thank you. Red of the street, should I say, so. Let's see what's around. Hey man, chin up. Speedy Gonzalez, so good. So, I might cross over and kind of just hang around the Liverpool Street Station itself, and we'll see what we can get. Cruise around and things that are worthwhile. So this guy's got a great outfit on, so we'll catch him as he's going. Thank you. And I'm going to try and get this lady. She's not going to be too happy about it, but I really like her the smoke coming out from behind her. Hello. Hello. How are you? I was just admiring the smoke billowing out from behind you. It was all backlit. It looked really cool. I thought I'd come and invade your space. No worries. Thank you. Let's get this girl. So father's behind in the other direction. Hey man, I like your jacket. It's cool. Thank you. So, as you can see, there are people about, but my energy today isn't necessarily wanting to throw myself too much into the people around, so kind of missed her just looking up, but still looked alright. It's kind of a cool setting here. I am shooting a lot, so I might just pull back and try and find a scene that I want filled rather than just shooting for the sake of it, which when I get really tired I kind of just do. So let's see what we can get. I tend to like more characters than not. There's a guy coming down that looks kind of cool, so we'll see if we can capture him. You knew I was coming for you.
But you can't just take a photo of me just like that.
Oh, I can actually on the street. You looked amazing, so I thought I'd capture it. Yeah, do you want to have a look? It's not fair. Here you go.
Oh yeah, it looks good, isn't it?
Yeah, the scarf looks great, and the hat.
Huh?
And the smile.
Oh, fucking hell. You got me. Well, if you make it, like, you got to pay royalties.
Claim royalties? If I make it? Yeah, if I make it one day.
I need some royalties.
Yeah.
Look what they did to Michael Jackson.
Yeah, true that.
You know, all those photos he took, what did he get?
Yeah, not much at all.
Not much.
A broken heart, really.
Broken heart.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit like that.
Where are you from?
New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand.
Yeah. But I've spent time in Australia, so I get it. Yeah.
No, I know that there's a thing where when you say to Australians, are you from New Zealand?
Yeah, it's weird, eh? Some people get a bit pissy about it.
It's like Chinese people asking Japanese people, you know, are you Chinese or Japanese?
Yeah,
and they get a bit like...
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
you know,
it's funny.
It doesn't really matter.
Where are you from? Are you from here?
From here.
Yeah. Nice. You're smiling bright.
Am I?
Yeah. What's the source of your happiness? Nice.
Higher power.
Yep. You're following the light within.
The higher power.
Yep.
But it takes a while to get used to.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's learning the environment around you. Like there's a lot of like energy vampires around, and it's
like,
just
like.
Yeah.
All invisible.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah,
it truly is.
Exactly. You know, it's like bam, 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 bam.
It's cool that you see it and you understand it though, because it is a frequency.
I don't think I understand it. I'm
aware of it.
I'm aware of it.
Yeah, nice. And are you seeking to like kind of understand it more and?
Well, no, I'm just like each day at a time.
Yep. Nice.
You know, whatever it takes.
Yep.
You know,
It's
so
good.
if I'm smiling, but sometimes, like right now, it's like more of a thing of hello.
Hello.
It's more of a thing of I'm trying what I look like and what what's happening inside.
Yeah.
A bit two different frequencies.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find that middle.
Do you
so
take time to?
It's nice when somebody comes to me like yourself and says to me, "Oh, you look happy, you look smile," because sometimes inside
It's hard, isn't it?
feels a different way.
Yeah.
So it's about finding that level.
In between.
mediocre.
Yeah. But to find the in between, I feel you have to sit in the hardship and like don't sit in there too long, but recognize it, because you can't let go unless you
It's all
recognize
about perspective.
it. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It truly is.
But
and being thankful for what we do have.
you know what? I ain't got the answers.
Yep. I don't think we all do. I think
No.
it needs to be a conversation.
It's a conversation, debatable conversation.
Exactly. And that way you gain a different perspective and you gain a more of an understanding, really.
Yeah.
It
But
is
I found people are very influential.
great.
People are very influential,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But it's neither here or there, because it's like you want to have loads of people around you, but at the same time you don't.
Yep. Yeah.
It's like,
because your energy can vary from day to day.
yeah, and so can theirs.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
And if you're feeling depleted, you're better off to pull away, look after yourself,
this is
recharge, and then go out and spread the light.
But you know, if you look at this, if you look at that bus and say it's a blue bus, I'm not going to say to you, oh, it's not blue.
A perspective.
It's your perspective,
Yeah.
you know. I'm not, even though I know it's red.
Yeah.
You know,
But that's
you know,
great, because you don't have judgment.
I'm trying not to.
Yeah, you see that everyone has their own path and their own journey, and it's not up to you to judge that. You can give your own perspective along the way, and they can take that on board if they want to, but it's not up to you.
As long as it's good.
Yeah.
Do you
Good
know
on
what I mean?
you. Yeah.
Do you know, as long as it's good.
Yeah.
You know, we all know the difference between good, bad and evil.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yep. And that's what we should abide by.
You know?
You know, sharing the love rather than, you know, judging and creating evil. Yeah.
Exactly. If you don't like, I mean, there's so many people in the fucking world, you know?
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like, there's so many more to choose from.
Exactly. You know, it's a matter of finding your tribe, finding your energy,
I know,
finding
but,
the people.
But finding it is sometimes
It's hard.
challenging.
Yeah,
you know?
it's really hard.
And sometimes you think, why did you have to slap me on the face before I find out all of that shit, you know?
Those lessons are hard.
Just give me the easy answer. Just let me know, do you know what I mean? But it's like putting an advertisement in someone to move in your house, right?
Yeah.
You don't know what they're going to be like. They could say all these things, but you don't like until you give them that key.
Yep.
They live in.
Yep.
You don't know.
You have to be open to the.
It's a bit of fate.
Yeah. It
And
really
that's
is.
why I just go for the higher power.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean?
Good on you. And it's doing something right for you, because.
Well, I hope I don't end up in some magazine.
No, what I'm doing is like a street photography YouTube side of things, just to encourage people to get out, have a conversation, because people are too scared to talk these days. So.
I know, it's difficult.
And I feel that by sharing the love and having a conversation, that shares the perspective, and then
Well,
other
exactly.
people.
I mean, I think exactly the same. You know, people. But you know, I can understand the reasons why some people don't want to talk.
100%.
It's just like,
Yeah.
you know, again, why I just go to the higher power. You know, the higher power just it makes me stand up here and want to talk to you more. It makes me not want to talk to you. You know, it just
Other
makes me want, you know.
Yeah.
Where some people, you know, there has to be a reason behind why somebody does A, B, and C.
Yeah.
I suppose if you're working in a kind of like you know, a organisation or an establishment where there's rules and regulations or whatsoever, then I can understand maybe.
Yep.
You know, but like generally, like what you're doing, like on the street or whatsoever, there's no rules.
Yep.
You know, so you should be free to do whatever you feel you want to do, as long as you're not hurting somebody else.
Exactly.
Or yourself.
It's a matter of respect. As long as you respect yourself and others, it should be a free playground to grow and learn and understand and, you know,
because
express
we
yourself.
can only learn from each other.
100%. You know, but the way that society is at the moment is we're, you know, pulled away from each other and told to cram inside, and you know, there's a lot of fear.
I think it's not even that we're told. I think just people are sort of more comfortable in this way.
Yeah.
England was a country. It used to be very impolite to tell the truth.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
You know, to tell somebody the truth, which is like that's something you'd never do.
Wow. Which
you know?
Isn't right. I would disagree with that.
Right. But
truth hurts.
It worked for a very, very long time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It worked for a very, very long time. That hierarchy. You know, putting people in their place, letterboxing them, saying you can't do X, Y, and B, and it worked for a very long time. But now I think it's changing where, well, the truth is they've got enough now.
Yeah.
Where they can open the door and let people flourish a bit more.
Yeah.
you know.
It's true. Or do you also think that maybe people are seeing between the lines?
Yes, I do. I think people are, but this is where the risky area This is where the risky area comes because we you know, albeit maybe unfair, maybe we was in an invisible safety net. You know, and a lot of these stigmas are placed in order to protect you. Yes. Sometimes. Even though we hate the stigma, it's there to protect you. So when you get into a certain problem or whatever, that stigma's there where it pushes you away or whatsoever. So people are getting more intelligent, but it's in the intelligence that's what's going to kill us.
Yeah, because it needs to be a larger...
over intelligent. And that's what the internet has caused. It's caused this big flourish
because it's almost a rabbit hole. You know, you go researching what you believe, and a lot of people do. They only research what they want to know, rather than expanding the whole frame of reference and seeing different
people make any excuse to do what they want to do.
Of course.
What you want to do and
they'll
believe, they will justify it. There's no way, you know, there's no way around it. And it's a very unfortunate thing where, you know, knowledge, and the more knowledge you learn, the more headache you got. You know, it's one of those conundrums, which I call kind of 22 conundrums.
But I feel as though if there was more truth around, then the knowledge wouldn't be as painful.
True, you might be right, but sometimes the truth is so fucking painful already
it really
that it's better you fucking listen to the lie.
But would it not grow more and more? Like it's going to go worse before it gets better.
It depends who's managing it.
Yes, true.
And it depends on the moralistic values of the people that are managing whichever situation. You know, so it's something you buy into, you don't buy into, or you just have your own opinion. Which is why England is so great, because it's one of the only countries in this world where you can still have an opinion. Really. And that's why so many people are here. Do you know what I mean? I mean, you know, there's places in the world where there's, you know, your opinion doesn't matter. It's the last thing. You know, there's places in the world when you're 18, you've got to go to the war. You've got to go to war. You've got to join the army.
Or you're potentially married off.
Or you're married off or whatever. You know, I mean, there's lots of traps along this journey. And you have to fall into one. It's like when you're sieving for gold. It's like that, and you've got to fall into one of these holes eventually. And it can almost be kind of self-damaging if you don't. And that's this intelligence you're talking about. We're getting too intelligent. We are getting too intelligent, and that's why things are shifting and changing into. It's very tricky.
It really is.
It's very complex.
It's so complex, and looking to a higher source as a alternative option, I think is
looking to close your eyes and just sort of like saying, you know what, I'm going to close my eyes and just chew into something else. Just you know, something that no one else can control. You know, is sometimes it's not even the best or worst, it's your only option, or you know, it's
true to you.
It's true to you,
and that's what should count above all.
It's true to you. It's a strange one.
I agree. It's a journey. But as you say, what can we do? It's all about just having a conversation. It's
true. You know? And it's good to have the ability to have the conversation.
Yes, it needs a safe environment. People need to feel as though they're not being judged. You know, be it out in the streets, be it at home, be it with a friend or whatever.
But it's still, at the same time, it's like everyone's like, what platform are you on?
It's all for recognition rather than...
What platform are you on? I mean, you can say what you want, but what platform are you talking from? You know, so it's like, you know, you can't win. You know, because, I mean, if I meet another intelligent person, they're going to challenge my intelligence. So it's just an on and ongoing thing.
But my mum always taught me it's a matter of picking and pulling from different people and their intelligence to pull into your own. There's no one person who's right, you know, even for ourselves.
But the judgment comes from the rights and the wrongs. And that's the unfortunate thing about it, because the judgment comes from what another person who's judging you believe is right or wrong. It's a very, 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 very complex, sensitive toss-up. Toss-up. It's a fucking toss-up. It's a toss-up, you know? But what it is that the things that we used to look to heal these toss-ups, to comfort the toss-ups, we need to kind of change the perspective. It's not just about getting, you know, let's say get pissed or whatever and just say fuck it, whatever, because that just makes it even more of a toss-up.
It's suppressing the actual, the pain that needs to be sat in, really, you know, as hard as that is, you know.
So I just like, breathe in, breathe out.
Nice. No wonder you're smiling then. Because a lot of people don't take time to breathe. They don't take time to sit in their thought or...
But what can you tell these people? There's nothing... I mean, it's really hard. It's
Yeah.
and I mean, I'm like... I sometimes want to save the world.
Yeah.
But I'm only one person.
Yeah.
There's millions.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, and then you get into the realm of, well, you better save yourself before you save others.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just a toss-up.
Yeah.
It's the biggest fucking toss-up
Yeah.
known to fucking
Yeah.
mankind.
Yeah. No, I
What with
hear you.
life.
Yeah, I
Life
hear you.
is a toss-up. It's a fucking toss-up.
Yeah.
It's a big toss-up.
I feel as though like when you meet people, you know, energetically, you know kind of where they're at, whether or not they're worth investing some energy into like helping them
But this is the thing.
Yeah, because
this
it
is
is
the
a
thing
big
about
problem.
making a judgment whether
Yeah.
to continue a conversation.
Yeah.
If you're actually feeling somebody's learning or whatever.
Yeah.
Or if it's just like going nowhere.
Straight over.
Or,
Yeah.
you know, and this is, I think, where a lot of people, you know, even though you can see the help they need or whatever,
Some people don't want to listen.
it's not even down to you to say it, because they're not going to listen. They have to feel it themselves.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, and this goes back to what you were saying about the journey.
Yeah.
It's your journey. And
Some people aren't ready.
And then, you know, and whatever, and and changing and looking at things at a different perspective. But, and it might, but they're always, I think we've got to be open-minded enough to listen to each other and whatsoever. But for me, I don't know you, and I say it straight because I don't even know you. You're just taking that photo of me, whatever.
Yeah.
For me, it's all about good, bad, evil.
Yep. And finding the balance between all.
Good, bad, evil.
Yeah.
And hopefully, people who've got enough intelligence
Think
to
for
know
themselves.
what a good is and what a bad is and what an evil is.
Yep.
And then for me, with that, I think we can work on something as a world.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
If we could just keep those 3 words, forget religion, forget all these things, forget all of. I mean, but again, I'm so intelligent that I'm going to say like those words are now English words. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they come from an English mind way of thinking, because they're formatted from an English, go back to Latin, going back to the Romans, going back, you know. So it goes back. But hey ho, I'm not going to get that deep. Let's just say good, bad, evil. If we could all kind of like, if we could have all those 3 flags,
understanding
just waving,
those principles,
just those
the world
3
would be a
principles,
happy place.
The world would be a much better place.
A lot of love going around.
Yeah, everyone would be smiling like me and you.
Yeah.
Because you're smiling too.
Yeah.
You've seen that, you're a lovely girl.
And I appreciate this conversation because it's very true, and it's where my mind is at, and it's what I enjoy sharing on the streets and sort of enlightening. You know, like the gentleman behind us has like been tuning in and kind of listening in, and you know, hopefully other people can take things on board. You know, it's creating that environment of conversation.
But the thing, there's no traps, you know.
No.
It's do what's good for you.
Yeah.
Do what's good for you, but you know what? I have this thing, as long as, like I just said, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else.
Yep.
Do whatever you want.
Yep, I agree.
You know, as long and you're at least following some kind of law.
Yeah.
I suppose.
Truth.
The law.
The
I
truth
mean,
within.
no one wants to follow the law, but at the end of the day, it's there for a bloody reason, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? We want to follow the law, but you know, it is there for a reason, because these people have tried and tested all the things that we shouldn't do as a human race.
But as you said, as long as the law is being held accountable itself, those people who are in charge of the law.
Well, this is this is where the rocky area comes now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the law isn't actually making much sense at the moment.
Yeah, 100%. And that's why the questions are starting to happen.
But the thing is, because you're going back to, you know, like you just said to me, it's not the truth. No, people prefer to hear the truth.
Yep.
Yeah. I said to you, well, no, not really, because maybe if they heard the truth, no one would have a good day.
Yeah.
You know, everyone would be pissed off and depressed.
Reality hurts.
These people are trying to just cover up everything so we can just get on with a normal day and a normal understanding of life. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yep.
So going back to what you just said just now.
Yeah. Sorry. Going back to what I just said now.
You know, just going. You know, it's I forgot now. It's all gone.
Oh, I threw your train of thought.
It just went. Woof. It just went. Woof.
No, I appreciate your words because they resonate a lot with me. They really do. Yeah.
Life, love.
Yep.
It's the life. Old Street Station. Anyway, what's your name?
Melissa. What's your name?
Tony.
Great to meet you. Can I get one more portrait, Tony?
Yeah.
Yep. Just stay as you are.
Okay.
Right there.
Now it's not going to work.
I think it worked really well. Great. Cheers,
All
man.
right?
Yeah, it's cool. Look at that smile, man. Oh, Let's bring it back.
You got a good camera.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Appreciate your time. Keep
Have a
sharing
nice
the light.
time.
You too.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Ciao. So guys, as you can see there, Tony has a really cool perspective on the way that society is at the moment, and as do I. Like, this past couple of weeks that I've kind of haven't been doing POVs is kind of more just been doing a lot of internal looking and thinking, and sort of how I can share my perspective with the world. And as you can see there, or from today's POV, I have been quite tired and low in energy, and it was more about just getting out there and seeing what the universe will present itself in regards to doing a POV. And I could have forced myself into conversations with other people earlier in this POV, but it's about feeling the right person to have a chat with, because some people are open to it and some people aren't. So when you're out in the streets, take time to sort of gauge people's energy and just ask open questions, and don't judge, and just really embrace the current environment, and really just be present. Okay guys, so stay tuned for the next one. Alright, ciao!